Welcome, everybody. It is going to be Zandvoort, Zandvoort, Zandvoort. Excuse my terrible singing. How you guys doing? It is, for qualifying today, a nice cool 20-degree track. We are at Circuit Park Zandvoort. Hello to all my Dutchies. How are you doing? You're sitting at just above 7 meters above sea level. Ooh, that's nippy. A track length of 4.25 kilometers. 8:30 in the morning. Clear skies and ooh, a bit of a blistery 19 kilometers an hour wind to the south. Of course, myself and Craig are always back. I mean, we're always here. 68 Fahrenheit for any Freedom Unit observers. Craig's not a Freedom Unit observer, but he just likes American things. Isn't that right, Craig?
Yeah, good evening, sir. I'm doing quite well. Don't know what you're talking about. I love America. No, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I like American sports. I'm not going to deny that, but hey, this isn't American. This is Italian in the Netherlands. Fair enough, Zandvoort. This is the first time I've ever been at Zandvoort, Rob. I've seen videos. I've seen the old days. I've seen races here, but never have I loaded in to Zandvoort. I was surprised I even had the track, if I'm honest. But that's not a problem.
They had Zandvoort for the longest time.
Yeah, I don't know why I had Zandvoort. I don't know why I bought it. I must have bought it for a reason. Of course, this is not the current updated version, for those unaware. So that means the final corner, turn 12 into turn 13, is still flat. That's
it's not banked
into the Rsr World block. So I've seen the map, and a lot of them are like the name ends in box. So I'm guessing that's just turn. So I'm not going to call it the Vodafone box.
Well, it says Boch 9 and Boch 10, so I'm assuming that's corner 9 and corner 10.
Yeah, I'm going to have to find a translation.
It's the Luyendig. It's the Luyendig Bocht. Stolbacher Bocht.
Bend. It's actually bend.
We interchangeably say bend and corner, so I mean.
Oh, Mark Fleming's just had a moment. Sorry. Mark Fleming just had a very interesting moment going up the track. I think that was coming out of turn 3, up that winding straight, coming around Husserung and then Rob Strothmacher. That's turn 4 into turn 5. Then he just loses it there before he gets to turn 6 and goes off. He had a 1:38.830, did Mark Fleming, and he will not be setting another lap. You can see currently the amateurs taking their laps. We weren't at the moment on the timing tower. Just to let you know, Ryan Hamilton at 1:35.817. Callum Beaumont, who once again beat me in IMSA.
You're not salty about that, are you?
1:35.924. No, in all due fairness, I turned up after participation credit. I didn't realise I was that off the pace. I was in the second split. He turned up with no practice apart from what he did in the RacingSimRigs World Series that previous Wednesday. He turns up, puts the car P4, I put P7, I finish 4th, he finishes 2nd. He was the best of the rest. Then we were in the second split, and I was like, well, I'm off pace, I get a P4, I'll take it. Callum did well, I'll take it.
You
Not
could
salty
say
at all, Rob.
You could. I trust on that.
One day I'll beat him, okay?
you're like the remember the ad for when Alonso and Hamilton raced together.
Oh yeah, and then I had Mika Hakkinen at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Anything you can do, I can do better. And they were just trying to one over each other. And this is you and Beaumont.
Put it like this: I don't think he can do commentary better, and I don't think I can race better than him in a GT3. So
complimentaries of the chef. How about that?
Yeah. We'll go with that.
Even though that does not make any sense whatsoever.
Are you ready for the pros, though? Are you ready for the pros?
No.
No, you're not ready for the pros.
No.
Okay.
I'm ready for the banking to come into iRacing, if it ever does.
Ah, would be nice to see the banking. Would be nice. Mind you, though, it's still a nice final corner section. Turn 12 into turn 13.
Oh, and there's a traffic jam in the pits. As
Ben Smith's just out. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the pros are having a traffic jam. And they're just trying to sort themselves out as they're trying to come out of the pits. And just, having to go, oh, excuse me. Oh, terribly sorry. Oh, sorry. By the way, Matthew Sewell and Matthew Heatrick and Chris Hamer, the three of them are non-qualifiers for amateurs. So you have 9 qualifiers in amateur at the moment. Oh, dear. Oh, I've started it now.
Those legs, yeah.
Let's get you a view of those legs. Oh dear. This is the track, by the way. I mean, they did put in the ocean, but that is about as flatlining as anything else. Oh dear. And after a while, you can see the terrain, and it just goes into like nothing. The water is oh dear. Anyways, we'll forget about the sand. Forget about the very fake water. What's not fake is the standings. Do we have the standings going into round 4?
I forgot to get them up. I will get them for you.
Shame. I'll give you time to bring them up. Don't worry. A bit of knowledge about this track. It's meant to premiere this season in F1, isn't it?
It is indeed. It was meant to be last season, but of course, everything happened with, some pandemic. So, hopefully,
some weird thing.
We do. Anyway, so we do have our points for the pros. Casper Lund currently leading the way, 282 points. James Armstrong in P2 with 268. And then Van der Wedge, 266 in third. So just 2 points between first and second. Jonas Dreyer is just there in fourth with 258. Got to keep an eye on that as well. The next car is Harry Wills with 194, so a little bit down the order for the pros. What about the AMs as the pros start doing their first laps? Christian Furs, 278 points, leading them away from Callum Beaumont, who's on 268, so only 10 points different there. Then Ted Bradbury in third with 262. Lydon Lee with 250. We might as well bring down a little bit more because it is quite close in the amateurs. Matthew Draycott in 5th with 228. Daniel Gilding, 6th, 224. Mark Fleming, 7th with 212. Dennis Mesner, 8th with 204. And they're really the guys that are the closest to making an impact on to the top steps of the podium. So that just gives you an idea. That the top of very... What's the word I'm looking for? They're close up. It's tight. You've just got to be careful because two mistakes because you have a drop week.
Only one.
One drop week.
Well, it's the same as iRacing, but iRacing spread it over 12 weeks. Super Trofeo and Co.
And you have four. Yeah, and you have 4 drop weeks in iRacing.
Oh, you have 4. I didn't know that. I thought you only had like 1 or something.
You had 4 drop week. That's why the participation credit goes at 8 rounds. So you have your best 8 results. Yeah.
Times coming in.
Anyway,
Van der Wedge coming in with a 1:34.333.
Oh, and that's going to be his time. He's just had an off track.
Oh.
So that's his only time. He just had an off track coming out of turn 3, which is the Hugenholz. So you're going to have
such a hard time with the corner names. By the way, they're so Dutch.
I know. I'm looking forward to it.
You're looking forward to getting it wrong?
Dutch is one of those languages. Not language. It's one of those accents and the way you say things that I'm not used to. I can get a gist of German, get a gist of French, Spanish, a little bit of Italian. I'm getting good with my Eastern European thanks to my job. Sweden. Who's that name we had? Who's that name we had in the European Sprint series that everyone was like, you got that right, but you can't get something else right. It
was a Finnish name, and I nailed it first time apparently.
Yeah. So No, the Dutch is something I'm not used to.
So we can get. Let me get this straight. We can get Scandinavian names right, but we can't get. What'll be a name that we've got? It's Zaxxon. We've got wrong. He races in the. Wrong.
Yeah, Zaxxon. European Sprint
Well, you
Series.
see, I don't want to put all the blame on you. I'm just like, I'm the kind, beneficial kind of person, you know, the benefactor. If you make a mistake, we make a mistake.
Okay, fair enough. Does Jonas Dreyer go faster? He does not go faster. So that was one and done for Van der Wedge because he did have a, invalid lap time. Will Egby goes into third. Milan Tikins, you can see fourth. Jonathan Hoggard, as it says on the sheets, Jonathan Hoggy. Jonathan Hoggard, touring car racer, British touring car racer, a 135.435.
Maybe that's what they call him over, like, you know, the radio. Huggy.
All right, Hoggy. Oh my God, I've just seen the pit lane, and Taylor Lane comes into pit. So that's everybody. Everybody done. So let's go over those results, shall we?
Indeed we will. Indeed we will. Van der Wedge with a 134.333 is in first position in the car 64. In second is Jonas Dreyer with a 134.807. Milan Tikins 134.810. Oh, only 3,000 of a second separate himself and Dreyer, so we're hoping for a great race around here. A great set of battles. Will Egby with a 135.298. Jonathan Hoggy with a 135.435, also known as Jonathan Hoggard. Casper Lund with a 135.588. Louis Egerton with a 135.622. We also got Egerton wrong for the longest time. We call him Egerston. Christian Furs is the fastest amateur out there with a 135.664. Daniel Gilding with a 135.686. Harry Wills with a 135.696 is good enough for 8th in Pro. In 11th is Ryan Hamilton with a 135.803. James Armstrong with a 135.903. Callum Beaumont with a 135.906. Ben Smith with a 135.969. Taylor Lane with a 136.572. Lydon Lee with a 137.017. Daniel Merchant with a 137.2 flat. Dennis Meisner with a 137.518. Finally, we get to Dave South with a 137.656. And finally, Mark Fleming, unfortunately, just had an accident on his second lap and only puts in a 138.831.
So then, of course, we've got Matthew Heatrick, who's just getting some practice laps in right now out there. Matthew Sewell, Chris Hamer, the three amateurs, not setting a lap time. And Alfie Rigby making his Super Trofeo debut in the RSR car. He is going to be starting at the back of the first race for the pros. Now, Rob, on the subject of RSR or RSR team sponsored by Butt Kicker, Team 55, powered by G Performance, Team. Did I get enough teams in there?
Yeah.
Have you seen they've got a little something on their livery? Have you seen?
Oh no. I'm really scared to see this now. Where's Rigby? There he is. I'll have to rewind. I'll have to rewind. I'll have to rewind. All right, let's pause it. All right, now let's see.
Just look on the front of his car.
On the front.
Oh, something. Just a little something.
Oh dear.
Just a little something.
Oh dear. I'm looking at the front of his car. I can't see it.
He does not have the updated livery. Brilliant. Well, I'll give you the 411. They put the Raidillon TV logo on their cars, so
yes,
they're racing with Raidillon.
They're racing with Raidillon in the Raidillon TV. Oh, we don't have that in the Super Trofeo. We can't use that meme. We're stuck with just our meme. The fact that we are memes.
We're memes.
I mean, would you have it any other way? I wouldn't.
No. I'd rather laugh and talk about F197 memes and you know, if it upsets somebody. Apparently, some people did not like, and
No,
this is an official apology. Us at Raidillon TV would like to apologise for our use of the F197 voice lines as quotes. We promise we will keep doing it.
To fam, I'm Saz. Ayo, be me. Peace and love.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Do be like that. We're just waiting for the second session to go up. Oh, that was quick.
It's up. Waiting for it to go up. Oh, it's up.
Do you know my timing? It amazes me to no end because it's my timing. The Raidillon TV guesswork engine, patented by my brain, somehow makes more accurate calculations than AWS does, which is a supercomputer. Now,
okay.
How do you figure that one out, Amazon?
So this is where Rob goes to me. Hey, is there any news?
Yes, I was actually about to say that. Is there any news?
Well, I mean, we'll just go quickly over. Alfa Romeo unveiled the new livery for their C41. And I gotta be honest, I saw a good little. I should be saying this. I saw a good meme online, and it was the 2020 Alfa Romeo livery, then the Uno reverse card, and then the 2021 livery, because they flipped the red and white the other way this time. So the white's now at the top and the red's at the bottom, and it does look nice. It does look really nice. And I'm liking how it's a new twist on their normal stuff. You know, most of the cars are just keeping what they've done. Probably a little bit of color changes, like the rainbow's gone from McLaren. Probably just some new sponsors. But what they've done, it's still the same. It's still technically the same design. It's just the colors are inverted. Looks really nice. So that'd be nice to see. It. There actually are some, that's come out. AlphaTauri came out as well. I think Friday came out, or was it Saturday?
They did, yeah.
McLaren came out, so they are all looking nice. But I really like, when we're talking about motorsport news, I really want to talk about what happened in the weekend in NASCAR.
You do that because I didn't watch it.
So, Joe Gibbs Racing in Xfinity on Saturday night for us. He got his grandson Ty Gibbs, who has been dominating ARCA, which is the step below the NASCAR main series of the trucks, Xfinity and NASCAR. Has been dominating the ARCA series, and he's been contracted to do 10 races in Xfinity, which is, it's think of F2. Apart from if you win, you don't have to go up to NASCAR. You can keep racing NASCAR. So he's not eligible for the championship because he's only doing 10 races. It's part-time. And he was at Daytona Road Course. And he produced one of the moves turn one at Daytona. Well, he went on the inside. He went on the inside into under braking on the grass, kicked up loads of grass, did not break the splitter, and this was with 2 to go to make a pass to get to the front. In his first race in an Xfinity car with no practice, because there's no practice for the NASCAR road. Only some races have practice sessions. So his first race, this 18-year-old kid wins in Xfinity. And I know how everyone was talking up how good Max Verstappen was going to be in his first race. He won, for Red Bull, he won, and everyone's like, oh my god. No, Ty Gibbs, the hype is there. And I mean, you'll have to go back, because one of the things is he could not believe he won. He got out of the car after doing a really bad donut. That's one thing he's not good at. He can't do donuts. He's a good racer, but he can't do donuts. And he just crouched to the floor, and all the emotion came over, and he realized, oh my god, I just won an Xfinity. And then as he's trying to give the interview, the celebratory interview, he just burst into tears. And it's like the most, I would say humbling, but it's the most realistic thing you'll see, because it's Xfinity, it's not the top series, but he's got 2 cars up. He's gone from an old NASCAR Cup car, because that's what ARCA is. It's the old generation cars, and he's gone up to a carbon fiber chassis, plastic molded chassis, and all the up to and also the Xfinity car's got more power than the Cup cars because of a bit less downforce. So he's gone into the beast, and he's just tamed Daytona, beating all these guys that have been racing Xfinity for like a year, 2 years, 3 years for some guys. So it was a great result. And then to make things better, last night in the NASCAR Cup Series, Christopher Bell goes and wins in the Cup race, which was fantastic. His first win. And if you know Christopher Bell, you know that he is, I believe he was sponsored by iRacing when he did the Chili Bowl a few years ago. And I think he still is sponsored by iRacing when he does dirt midgets. So
yeah, he is.
That's kind of a cool thing to see. Yeah, kind of a cool thing to see as well. So apart from the fact Chase Elliott got turned, yeah.
Look, here's a question. How can Xfinity be on the same tier as? Explain to me what tiers of NASCAR there are, because I thought Xfinity was the top tier of NASCAR.
No. You've got the nationwide, the nationwide truck. No, is it the nationwide? The Camping World Truck Series, which is like the lowest tier of the main NASCAR. And your kids all start out there. Your 18-year-old, 19-year-old lads and ladettes, they start there. They work their way up to. They work their way up into Xfinity, which is the second tier, and then and then they'll go up into the Cup Series. And the best thing is, though, because of the way it works, because with F2 and F3, if you win a championship, you cannot compete in that championship again. But with Xfinity and trucks, you don't. So these guys and girls, they work their way through from like the ARCA West, then the ARCA Series, which is like non-league football. It's like you've got to get it's small teams getting their own cars, racing around. NASCAR help it, but it's not like a NASCAR. It's part of the top tier. You work through there. You get a drive in trucks, and the best thing is you might be really good at trucks, and you just don't have a drive yet in Xfinity. But there's always a spare car. There's always a team that wants to like have a car put in. So you'll be doing trucks, and at the same weekend it'll be like, yeah, we've got a seat in the Xfinity. You want to do it? Yeah, and it's the same as well with the Xfinity drivers with Cup. AJ Allmendinger, a very good Xfinity driver, was racing in NASCAR on Sunday. After racing in Xfinity on Sunday. So that would be like saying Louis Delatraz, one of our friends, well, one of the guys we broadcast, Louis Delatraz just turning up after doing a F2 race in the morning and being like, yeah, I'll drive the Williams, or I'll drive the I'm not sure what academy he's part of, but you get the idea.
By the way, another thing as well, when they were unveiling the C41, they also described how much of the deficit of the power loss that the Fezza suffered, or the Fezza engine suffered throughout 2020 should be made up in 2021, which would be good. It'll actually mean that the Ferrari isn't completely stuck for power.
Honestly, I'm more focused on what McLaren's going to do than anybody else this season. Not because I am a McLaren fan, but I mean, I'm really curious to see what that car does with a McLaren engine. If anything, I think that car does with a Mercedes engine. With a Mercedes engine. Yeah, with a Mercedes engine. Because I got to be honest, I mean, number one, it sounds amazing with a Mercedes engine, that McLaren, and number two, I think it actually might make Mercedes get worried, because you saw what McLaren could do with a Renault engine last season. Like they got podiums. Carlos Sainz almost won a race, and I wish he did. I mean, I'm not upset that Pierre Gasly won. It was a great result anyway. So it's gonna be really interesting to see. I don't think Force India is gonna be the only Racing Point. Sorry, oh my word! I don't think Racing Point / Aston Martin are gonna be.
It's not Racing Point anymore.
Yeah, it's Aston Martin. I don't think they're going to be the guys that everyone's going to be looking at, last year because they're copycat. But I think, honestly, McLaren will be the ones to really pay attention to this year. I mean, everyone's going to be paying attention on Ferrari to see what they can do. But yeah, I think it's going to be McLaren that everyone's going to pay attention to if that power unit works well. And I remember the Honda days and everything, so who knows? And while I've been saying that, I just got to run over and knock on wood.
Yeah, just smash the wood. Yes.
Just slide behind me and just knock on wood because as we discovered last week, our tables are MDF. They don't count.
Yeah, so we've been knocking on MDF.
Yeah.
Where did everybody go?
They rolled over the session. Unfortunately, they put a 15-minute practice by accident. It should be a 10-minute practice.
I was just like, everybody just disappeared except for people in the pits, and I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, it's a full possession lap? A formation lap, sorry. Wow.
I mean, the laps aren't that long. So, to be fair.
I mean, they are 1:30. 1 minute 30.
Yeah, but it's not too bad. Pace car goes fast.
Yeah. Okay. It's not like it's Road America. You know, you know what Road America's like. The silence before it all goes on.
Well, you can hear one of the Super Trofoes going round, round. Who is it?
Who's doing that? I can't hear anything.
I can hear somebody revving their engines.
I can't.
Well, yeah.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. I see a very nice safety car, a Porsche.
It is a Porsche. It's a very nice safety car. Yes.
Would be nice if we could change the safety cars and we could have a truck, like a, you know.
No. This is not truck. This ain't no time for truck.
All right. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, and I've got to say it. For some reason, when you have a league race on an oval, nine times out of 10, they will not use the normal pace car on the oval. They will use the truck pace car, and I just get jealous.
Or the Mustang.
No. In officials, it's the Mustang. But when it comes to league races, most people use the trucks. I spotted during the Podium 500 qualifier heat races, and it was a truck, and it just was like, hang on, this isn't right, but it was nice.
We are missing somebody. Oh, Rigby's in the pits. That's why.
Rigby's in the pits?
Yeah, he's not gridding. He hasn't gridded.
Oh. That's not good.
Uh-oh. And yeah, because it's a full procession lap, he has to wait. He has to wait quite a bit.
Is he in the pits? I don't see him out there yet.
He's listed on my end, but he's not there, I don't think.
No, I've not seen him at all. He is connected. I don't think he's actually gridded up yet. You know what I mean?
Well, he's too late now. I mean, the cars are rolling.
Yeah, you know what I mean. He's not entered the pit lane, if you know the pit lane, if you know what I mean. So
there's a rundown. There is amateur, and they are keeping a nice, healthy gap of about 7 seconds to pro. And there's pro. How you doing, pro? I mean, look at these. Ooh, these are nice. Some nice camera work by me. Thank you, TrackCams22, for allowing us to use the cameras. I'll need an update soon, please. I'll have to contact him because we're missing the Lamborghinis.
So this is the section I'm really worried about. The Audi S. This turn 10 into turn 11. That's that little chicane there, and then you come around here into the Rsr. Or have I missed it? I think I've missed it. Did they just?
That was the Hans Erst, yeah. And now we're in Kumho. I really wish it was named something else.
No, we're not.
What, we are? Oh no, we're not. We're in the wrong place entirely.
We were at Audi, and now we're at the Hungaron. We did hit that turn 10 chicane into turn 11 with the Hungaron. We're coming up to what it will be a little straight. I say a little straight. There's a little bit of a curve. We'll be hitting turn 12, which is the Kummerbocht, into Raidillon, the final corner. And this gives me a chance. This gives me a chance to say this is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. No, we're not in the right place.
We're still in the wrong place. Yeah.
This is Audi. This is the Audi S. We are still Raidillon TV, but I've ruined the intro. That is the Audi S into the Hungaron. This is the straight coming down to turn 12 and turn 13. This is Raidillon TV for the second time. The only corner you need. Alfie Rigby had pulled in. He is not starting. Rob, I forgot how long these corners are, but they have got a little bit of banking on, as you were hoping. Are you ready? Take it away.
I am as ready as I can be. Van der Wedge will be the one that will release them. Remember the starting zone? It'll be past the initial line on the grid, and then it'll be go, go, go on Wedge's go. And he's holding them. Holding them nice and tightly. As we can see, the start line. Oh, the amateurs are closing up. The amateurs are closing up. But they'll have to wait until the start zone comes up, and off he goes. Van der Wedge guns it, and he's left every single one of them far behind. Down Rsr side by side with Milan Tikens coming down into the first corner, Tarzanbocht, as they come and take a sharpish right all the way around. And there's cars going into the enclave, but they're all nice and tidy as they come around into turn 3. I'm on board with Jonas Dreyer as he chases down Van der Wedge, and Milan Tikens right behind. He's not going anywhere. He's slotted out a little bit out of position, but he's about to go to the start as he thought he could. We can see no real positional change in the pros. Amateurs, there they are. Look, a little bit more of a gap between the top 5 and the bottom 5. Christian Furs. Oh, that's a car gone off. That's Gilding. Gilding having a bit of a slide. Coming through Shiviak. Oh, there's another car off. That is Dave South having a bit of an issue there. He also had a bit of an accident, but he's back up and running. Not too much damage, just a bit of a slide. Amateurs having to get used to the long sweeping right hand turn coming through Bocht 10 down into Hans Ernst Bocht. You can see I've got my Dutch.
You've got your Dutch.
I've got my Dutch. No, I'm at the wrong place. I'm at the wrong place. Which circuit is this?
Okay, calm down. Jonathan Hogarth's not had a very good start. He started P5. He's gone down to P6, and he's losing time on the others as the front 6 start doing their weaves, start doing their slipstreams. Van der Wedge, Dreyer, Tikens, Egby, Lund, all 5 of them just all bunched up at the moment as they come through the first few corners. Just waiting to see who decides to make any moves. Milan Tikens could not wait for this week. He loves Zandvoort. You can see he's really enjoying it right now. Just gets on that curve out of turn 3. Comes down this windy. It is well, I call it a straight, but no, there's a bend, and it's called the Hunserung, which is turn 4. And he comes now into Rovstrothmakabot. And he comes around into turn 6 now as a Shevak. And it's a long winding right. I do love that in. He goes now to a tight right on that little curbing with the Marlborough court, the Marlborough bend, and then into Renault, and then into Vodafone. You can see that they are having some of these little bit of a battles. Van der Wedge having a little bit of what was that? Dreyer doing a little bit wide through.
We've got
there.
cars off. Louis Eggertson and James Armstrong, both of them are off. I think that was due to them both having a concertina.
No. Eggerson hits the grass. Remember we were just talking about that tough corner at Marlborough.
Ooh.
He goes wide. Marlborough comes off, and yeah, Armstrong's got nowhere to go.
Let's have a look. Poor Eggy. On a mistake he did hold it, but I mean, there's nowhere. I think it's just bad luck, unfortunately. There he is. Oh, yeah. There's nowhere for him to go.
Speed.
Ooh, and his teammate hit him on the side there. Not much he can do, and not much really James Armstrong could do. Just have to sort of accept that they've done an oopsie to each other, the teammates now, so they're probably going to be like, I'm sorry. You know that meme that goes around every now and again. It's just like when you hit your little brother and you hear mum's footsteps. But
so Christian Furs, by the way, has launched away to a 2.5 second lead, throwing in a 136 there. And I think that might also just be some of the other guys having to check up. Beaumont currently P2 in the amateurs. He's got a little bit of a battle with Lydon Lee at the moment. The gap's about a second, but you know Lee is still trying to catch. They were only there were 2/10 off between the two of them. Lee's going to have to make sure he catches up, but he has also got Armstrong behind. Armstrong will want to get up by as fast as he can. But if he can, well, look at that run he just had out of there at turn 6. A really nice run for Lee. Get a little bit of a stutter through 7 into Marlborough, and out into Renault now. I love this little section. It's just so high speed. He does catch up to the back of Beaumont. Armstrong just playing it cautious behind him there. As Armstrong's the pro driver, he'll want to get around to try and get back up to the front of the pro field. It's going to take him a while, though. Behind him is Daniel Merchant and Dennis Mesner having a little battle themselves, which again will keep eyes on as they come through the twists and turns of the Audi S's. Nothing happening at the front. Amanda Wedge is just pulling away as he throws in a 1:35.002. Dreyer and Teakins matches each other, and I mean matches. Like there's only 6,000 between the two of them. They continue to keep going. But meanwhile, behind them, Casper Lund is catching up to Will Egby, and I think Egby's starting to be under pressure here.
You can see it there, the gap is absolutely not. And, I mean, that's literally it. And, of course, like Zandvoort, there's not a lot of track that you can use. I mean, wasn't it widened for F1? Because specifically for that reason.
Yeah, I think it has been widened, and so you just see there as they went through turn 5. You look, he's trying to make a move into turn 6 using all the curve, but he can't. It's so twisty and turny here, and especially with the crest of the hills. You can't make a move into turn 6. They're going side by side through Renault, but the inside will belong to Egby as they come through Vodafone, and this is probably the widest part of the track as we've got at the moment. So it's really hard for Casper to find a place he can make a move. They come down to the S's. You cannot make a move in the S's. Even if you want to, don't even try in the Audi S, if you ask me. It comes down to the little straight. There is a little bit of banking on turn 12 in Kumo. You can just see it, but then it stays a little bit flat. You can see why they turn this into an oval style banking with how high speed it is, and they are trying to go flat out as much as they can. Gap remains 2/10 between Egby and Lund. I wonder what the times are. Are they matching? Yes, they're matching.
Will Egby defending coming into Tassenbocht, and he's just wanting to. He's attempting to keep Lund, but he's also now holding up Jonathan Huggy, who's actually caught up to the two of them. He took 6/10 of both of them on that last lap, and well, this is the gap between the two of them. I still haven't fixed this. I need to get around to it.
Oh my word! There's been a moment. Sorry, while we were watching it, there's been a moment in the back of the field. Louis Eggerson comes to the Audi S's, gets tapped. He loses the car. Had a little bit of a tap with Christian Furs, and then Matthew Sewell comes by. Everyone's just come by. Matthew Sewell comes by, and oh, don't tell me you started driving. Oh, Louis. Yeah, Louis Eggerson starts driving as Matthew Sewell's coming to the corner, and Louis just completely blocked the track.
Louis Eggerson, his day's gone from bad to worse. He is back up the field in Pro, and he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 amateurs to get through before he can even think about overtaking. Oh God, that's. Oh, that Louis' day's gone from bad to extremely bad. That's a car that's rough.
Oh,
that's
what's
Matthew
on earth?
Heatrick.
That's crazy. That Heatrick that spun, yeah, he has towed, but he hips Egby and Chris Hamer. Well, he tries to stop, but yeah. These Lamborghinis, sorry, are quite nice scoopers, aren't they? They've got quite nice plows on the front.
Yeah, and that's a race finisher right there.
Yeah.
Not something you want to see. Yeah,
no.
There's nothing you want to see. It's unfortunate, but it happens.
No, I'll tell you what I am watching. I am still watching this battle between London and Egby, because it's just a case of waiting to see where he can make moves. And I think Casper's realised can't make it through there. He's going to try and make a move into Renault. Did he get this, or has he overcooked it? They'll have the inside when they come to Vodafone, and he might have just done it. That little dive through Renault might have just got in the position. Egby will try and respond out of Vodafone, but I think it's going to be all for nothing. They come out of Vodafone. It's a long straight, but of course, The next corner is the Audi S. There is no chance for too wide there. Look how tight it is to hit that from Audi into Huntsland, and that's it. So Lund with that lunge, because that was a little bit of a send into Renault, but because he overcooked it, it actually got into position. How that works, that's standable for you, because overcooking a corner should not help you, but it did there for Casper, and now Egby's got a battle hog on.
Coming through, we have Egby attempting to chase back 4th position from Casper Lund. Hoggy sitting behind, Jonathan Hoggard sitting behind Will Egby. He's eyeing top 5 in pro. Then in amateur, Callum Beaumont is now 3.4 seconds behind the lead amateur of Christian Furs. His main goal now is to just keep driving, as he's putting in 136s, coming up towards the rear end of Taylor Lane, who's actually lapping half a second a lap slower than he is. You'll actually catch him at this current pace before the end of the race, so he needs to be careful. And Ben Smith is up against Harry Wills, 2 teammates fighting for 7th position overall. And we wait and see when that happens there.
Crucial. This is a little bit of a crucial overtake in the amateurs. I'd say crucial, well, it is crucial. Daniel Gilding making a move on Daniel Merchant there. I think that was the 5th. There's been an incident between Hamilton and Mesner, though. We need to go and look at Hamilton and Mesner. Is that Hamilton and Mesner? Yes. I think Hamilton's got him. What's happened to Mesner? I saw both of them having a bit of a moment there. No, it was just Mesner. Just spun again at turn 6, almost catching people. But as I was saying, Daniel Gilding overtaking Daniel Merchant with a move in turn 3. That does help. Just for the point situation there, because Gilding trying to get up to the podiums there, so that will put him in P4 for the amateurs, and every point helps, if you ask me. And has it gone bad to worse for Matthew Sewell? He's in the pit, he's towed. What's happened? Don't tell me there's another car spun in front of him. Do not tell me there's another car spun in front of him, and guess who has caught him again? Oh, Louis. It happened again, Rob. It happened again.
What's happened again?
Louis had a spin, and Matthew Sewell tries to get around him, and Louis hits him.
Oh, no. The curse. The curse. Poor Louis.
So, yeah. And Matthew's just parked the car. There's wing damage, there's every damage there, so he's parked the car.
Milan Teekins and Egby. Where is Armstrong? Armstrong's still in the amateur pack. He's actually lapping on the same lap times as Furs is, so I think Furs is going to have a pro sitting behind him for the next 15 minutes at current pace, which will be a bit interesting. Yeah,
well, at least he's still got a P10 in the pros, which is better than being near the back of the field. So, doing well at the moment. His teammate Milan Teekins, though, battling Jonas Dreyer. Teekins had the pace. 10th faster than Dreyer last lap. I mean, no one's as fast as Van der Weyde, let's be brutally honest. He's 3 seconds ahead of everybody at the moment, as Teekins continues to battle Dreyer. And the more you look at this track and you think to yourself, well, we're going to see F1 around here. And you just see they're coming down here into turn 4 and 5, this little, like, bendy straight, as I call it. It's flat out. They might have to do a little bit of lifting here. They come over the crest into turn 6 to Cheviak. You can just see how fast you're going around this track, and then you come to a technical section here, turn 7, turn 8, turn 9. It's so wide, you've got so many good chances. You can set yourself up for some overtakes around here. So you've really got some nice places around here. It's a really interesting track, and like I said, we saw a move into turn 3 for an overtake. You can probably see a move into turn 12. So there are lots of overtaking opportunities around this track for these cars, and producing some quite interesting racing right now, if I'm brutally honest. So keep looking forward, I think, because this is good fun.
Well, to be fair, I mean, that's 2 more than... I mean, it's for a track that is particularly narrow as this is, there's very few wide bits of the circuit. I mean, you can't ask. You can't ask for much else.
No, I want a figure of 8. You know, I need a figure of 8 in every
We're not
track.
having a figure of 8. It's illegal.
No. Not when you intersect each other, but with a bridge. You know what I mean? Suzuka style. Oh my word, Jonathan Hoggard. Jonathan Hoggard just tried to go around the outside of Ben Smith for turn 1 and could not make it. But these two are now battling. That just came out of nowhere. Was that Hoggard just trying to scare Smith? It's his own teammate. Harry Wills now wants a little bit of it as well. Teammates, it's a civil war right now between Smith, Hoggard and Wills. They might be teammates, but they all have a little bit of battle instinct there. Hoggard tried to go around the outside of Smith into turn 1. Wills, because of braking, it almost looked like he tried to go around the outside at turn 3 of Hoggard. That was not the case. But yeah, these guys, it's a procession of twisted cars. But yeah, they're not just trying to get to the end. They're pushing the limits of the cars. And to be fair, the next car is the amateur Christian First, so they've kind of got the buffer to do this at the back of the pro field.
I would say, well, if they're fighting, I mean, I would have said that it would have brought in other people, but they are the only people in their bubble. Oh, sorry, we do have a battle. Milan Teekins is fighting Jonas Strayer going around the outside of turn 13 onto the start-finish line. He's not made it. Oh, and he's still side by side, and the slipstream battle has started. Teekins has got a few kilometers an hour extra over Strayer, but he's having to take the outside line coming into turn 1. Still side by side going into turn 2. And into 3. Milan has it. Milan has it going into 4. Into... Oh, I'm not going to even pronounce that. Into 4.
No, yeah, here's 4 and then into 5. Strayer always had to try and get the speed out of there because he knew Teekins had the outside once he got through turn 1. The turn 2 was going to be Dreyer's corner, of course, on the inside, but it set up Teekins. And they just got to that little kink, and Dreyer realized that they could not make it. He had to yield that position. Teekins doing that little move around the outside of 1, set himself up a few corners ahead. Nice little battling by the two of them, and Teekins secures the P2. Dreyer's not going to go down without a fight, though. He's going to continue fighting, and you can see Teekins got... Oh, I mean, that's the line, but it did feel like Teekins went very wide off the apex there, coming out of Vodafone. Down they go to the Audi S's once again, and look how close they get. And Dreyer having to put a little bit of brake on, and he puts too much of the rumble strips there, loses a small amount of time. Down they go again. This is where it all happened last lap, where Teekins managed to get around into the turn 13. Dreyer's trying it, he can't. Teekins gets an amazing run out of here. Look how much speed he's carrying when he comes out of there. I think there's it's only 5 kilometers difference. But that makes a huge difference when you're trying to come out to get to the start finish line. So Teekins makes the overtake, keeps the position. Now, can he pull away is the next question.
Milan Teekins now has 0.3 of a second above Jonas Dreyer. Will Egby still fighting for 4th position. Casper Lund is gaining time away.
Did you say Will Egby? Yeah,
Yeah.
you did. Sorry, I thought you said Louis Eggleston for a moment.
No, I said Will Egby. Van der Weij is 6.5 seconds ahead of everybody else, and he's lapping. On that last lap alone, he lapped a second faster than everybody else. 1:35.5 compared to the 1:36.4 that Teekins did. And in the battle for 6th, 7th, and 8th, the Twisted Racing trio, the 3 Twisted Ears, are currently they're still there. And is anyone? Oh no! James Armstrong, he's gone off.
Another one for Armstrong. Wow, and that's a big one. Has he hit the wall? No. Yes, he has. He's hit the wall.
Oh yeah, he smashed it
there.
Oh, and oh my goodness gracious! The circuit said no.
That is like the big wow exit. Stage right. Literally that. The car just, wow. That's
and Chris
violent.
Hamer's gone in the same spot as well. Same issue.
Chris Hamer goes. Everyone's going. I mean, that is such a tough corner as it is. You think about it.
He didn't hit the wall now. He didn't hit the wall now, but I mean, still. People sliding off.
It's a high-speed corner with a crest into a dip. There is so much going on there. You can see a lot of the amateurs having issues with that corner as they're sliding. And some of them had some slides that go by, so you can see how much they're fighting the car through there. Armstrong's had another off. That car really should be towed.
Oh, and yeah, I think he has decided.
Ma, stay safe.
Ma,
stay safe, Ma.
Oh, I think he has this. He's gonna try and take it around.
Well, at the end of the day, if he's within 2 laps of the leaders, he gets his. No,
he's going into
the pits. Yeah, he's going to the pits. And such a weird pit lane.
Christian First is gone. Christian First is gone. The lead has changed. Colin Bowman's now your new leader. Christian First, oh dear, lost it on his own.
He lost it on his own into Renault.
Oh,
very interesting. That's not a place you lose the car. So he's a second behind Callum Beaumont right now. He's got 9 minutes to get that lead back. I mean, Christian Furs is human?
He make a mistake?
Made a mistake? That's impossible. No, impossible, sorry. But he's got a second to make up over Callum Beaumont. That little mistake did cost him. He had did he have a 7-second lead?
Yeah,
what was a 7-second lead is now a half a second deficit. So, yeah. But Furs is putting in a lot. Puts in some really good times there. And Callum Beaumont, well, maybe he's destined to win a race because he beat me. You know, maybe I'm a good luck charm. Just saying. Just saying.
No words. No words.
He'll watch this back and he'll absolutely slaughter me for that. Furs is continuing to chase. Oh, you can hear the car squealing. You can hear the tyres just having a moan as they're coming out of turn 5 before they enter turn 6. Comes down into turn 7. Now, will he be cautious around here? Because he just had that spin. Curious to see what happens here. You know, you know what? That did feel a little bit cautious around that corner. It did feel like his confidence was a little bit knocked going around Renault. As you can see, he's actually lost a bit of time over Beaumont. So, yeah, a little bit of apprehension there, a little bit of nerves. He's going to have to get it back around the rest of the track, though. He is fast. So we never see. Harry Wills has had an off, and Harry Wills has had an off. Now what's happened here? He's still off. All three of the twisted guys going off at turn. Oh, Harry Wills clipped the grass and goes around. Ben Smith hits the grass. I think Hoggar was the only one not to hit the grass. Yeah, Hoggar was the only one not to hit the grass, but Hoggar will take P6. Ben Smith will take P7, and Harry Wills. Where is Harry? Is he finally on track? He's finally on track. Taylor Lane has overtaken him, though, so it's going to be a little battle between Wills and Lane for P10.
Well, P10 overall.
P10 overall, yeah, sorry. Yeah. I forgot about our amateur battle.
Yeah, 6 minutes and 40 seconds remain. Callum Bowman and Christian First battling through what is, I'm dubbing the section of oof. Because I think we might have plenty of drivers have oofs around here. Please let this not be the time I just curse an individual. I have no knocking on wood. A new drinking game. Drink every time Harry Wills goes off.
we have no wood. I mean...
Oh my god.
We have no wooden desks to knock on, is what I'm trying to say. Actually, no, technically, if you don't have any wood, then when you say knock on wood, you tuck your head. Have you ever heard that variation? That's what I've always thought. If you say touch wood or knock on wood, and you've got no wood to touch, you just knock on your head. Can you stop talking about Callum, please? Okay, we won't talk about Callum. Christian Furze is trying to catch up to amateur leader. That good enough for you, Neil?
Go. Yeah. he doesn't want us to jinx him.
No, let's not jinx. They did fastest lap, the last lap, by the way, a 36.1 and a 36 flat. About the same time both now. It's a 36.3 and a 36 flat again for Furze. The gap goes down to half a second. I'm also watching this battle for P2 because Jonas Dreyer is... Well, he's not left the back of that Project Dynamic Lamborghini of Milan Tikins. Continues to battle the Lamborghini Junior driver through my favourite section of the track. Through Vodafone they go. He's not finding a place to make an overtake right now, but he's just holding on. There's 5 minutes remaining. They're on lap 16 of 19. He's got about 2 laps to do this in. He's just trying to force an issue, and that is an issue. Tikins have a little bit of a slide through Audi, but Dreyer cannot respond because there's no space to go. He'd have to go around the outside of turn 11. That's what he was doing. Did not help him. Through to 12 they go, and again, Tikins will probably usually get the better line out of turn 13. He does again, but Dreyer is continuing to stay on the back of that car. So, who would you like to watch?
Callum Beaumont of Midland Sim Racing.
Let's watch Callum Beaumont of Midland Sim Racing, shall we?
Let's do it. And we're watching him right now.
We are battling Christian Furze as they come down to lap 17 of 19. Oh, Furze has got a good run. Is he going to try and make a move into turn 1? Does it? No, he almost overcooked it. It's a good thing that Beaumont had the outside there and was aware of just giving him a bit more space. Beaumont loses the lead. Christian Furze gets that lead back that he lost with that mistake into Renault. Goes a little bit wide again out of turn 3. Fleming's just going to let them by, and that's fine there. So Beaumont now is on the chase.
Just watching a replay. This is the move that was made on the inside line. Went Christian Furze right up to the wall. Broke about the same time, but I think he broke a little bit less. Trying to give the impression that he was backing off and then clap back with a less brake and, you know, diving into the corner a bit later. He managed to make it, but he is essentially gotten a bit of Midland Sim Racer glued to his back bottom. Coming through. Oh, that's a hill. Coming through. I think that is turn 10. No, it's this is Kumho now.
12. Yeah. Turn 12 into 13. 10 is the Audi S's. 10 is that tricky chicane. And Furze has managed to get a half a second lead over Beaumont. Just like that. Penultimate lap is starting. Jonas Dreyer still on the back of Milan Tikins. I mean, they haven't left each other's side. Dreyer just, well, Tikins gets ahead a little bit near the end of the track. Dreyer just uses the best of his ability. He's trying to find a way around. Trying to find the way. But again, in this little section he's going right now, they are side by side as they come through the Renault into Vodafone. And there's a slide there from Dreyer because you could try and take it on the inside of Renault. But then you've got to set yourself up for a move at Vodafone, and it does not work. And that's why I was saying earlier, when Lund had that little bit of an overdrove the corner, it actually gave him the position because it allowed him to get the inside of Vodafone. That's just happened there to Dreyer. He could try and get the overlap, but then you've got to try and go around the outside of Vodafone. It's not a corner to go around the outside of. About to start the final lap, though. Well, they are starting the final lap. Tanguy is way ahead of them right now. Just in a world of his own. As Tikins and Dreyer battle, it's a crucial battle for P2. Continue to watch. We continue to watch elsewhere as well. Keeping our eyes on that Ben Smith, Jonathan Hoggard battle. The Team 2 Twisted teammates are just battling away. Nothing much happening. The amateurs, I don't think Beaumont, he's trying to catch on to third. The gap is still half a second. We'll keep an eye on that. Harry Wills has a 0.3 second lead. Christian Furze in the wall. He's lost it at the final corner. Furze is in the wall. The leader of the amateur is in massive damage. Massive situation here. Is he crabbing? He's crabbing. He's going to have to try and crab the car around to keep this P2. Drama at the end for the amateurs. While we continue, we'll keep our eyes on that. But what is happening between Drea and Tiki? Oh, I can't. I'm trying to keep my eyes everywhere. Trying to keep my eyes everywhere. Oh, Neil Butler, did you have to jinx him?
He did. I can scarcely believe it. I saw the message pop up and I heard you saying it as well. Oh no.
It's over. Right.
It is not over for Van der Wish. It's the race is over. Because he's coming home first.
He will take the victory in the first race of the night. Hugs the pit wall. Says congratulations. Behind, I don't think Dre's going to get it. It'll be a sprint at the end. The start finish line is right at the end of the straight, but it's not going to be enough. Milan Tikers will take P2. Now, I know we've got Hoggard versus Smith. Is there going to be a move here? I don't think there is. I think Smith will have to be complacent with P7 over Jonathan Hoggard. He will be indeed. We'll just keep our eyes on Christian Furze. Where is Christian Furze? Where is Christian Furze? Is he actually going to keep? He's going to keep P3. Callum Beaumont's coming around the final corner right now. He will win the first race. Don't hit the... Yeah, he's staying off the grass. He will win the first race for the amateurs. Daniel Gilding will come home in P2. Taylor Lane's going to be battling Harry Wills. He made an overtake at the start of that lap and at the start of the final lap. And Lane will take that position. In fact, Will... And where's Christian? Where's Christian? He's got to make it. He's got to make it in P3. Wow. I didn't think he'd make that, if I'm brutally honest. That car is crabbing. No idea how you got that car away.
Drama at the end. What a finish. Unfortunately, the grass kills.
Oh, not the reserves. It was meant to be the understudies. Come on.
Well,
horrible,
Craig
man.
King, lead us through the results of race 1.
I'll lead us through the results of race 1. Tanguy Van der Wedge will take the win. Started pole, finished pole. Dominant drive. 10 seconds ahead of Milan Tikins, who got that one position over Jonas Dreyer to finish P2. A nice little battle between the two of them. Of course, Jonas Dreyer finishing third. Casper Lund made 2 positions up and finished 4th. A nice little drive there. Will Wakeby came home in 5th. And Jonathan Hoggard lost a spot, but some nice battling with the Twisted guys. Finishes in 6th. Ben Smith makes up 4 places. He comes home in 7th. And then Callum Beaumont gets the victory in the first race. He wins the amateur with Daniel Gilding behind. A quick dabble into that battle. Taylor and Harry Wills did not see it. I saw Harry Wills did get some wing damage. He had wing damage, and I think that might have affected him. Taylor Lane takes the position over Harry at the end of the race. Christian Furze recovers. Well, I mean, the car's crabbing. It's got no back. It's got no front. He still gets P3 in the amateurs. Then Lyden Lee will come home there with Ryan Hamilton behind him as well in a little battle at the end. Daniel Merchant followed by Dennis Mesner. Dave South and Chris Hamer will be the last 2 cars on the lead lap, and Mark Fleming finished a lap down. James Armstrong pitted and parked the car 7 laps down. Louis Eggerson was 9 laps down. Matthew Searle 12 laps down. Matthew Heatrick 14 laps down, and Alfie Rigby did not take the grid. So I'm just having a quick look at that. This will mean Harry Wills and Taylor Lane will lead the pros for race 2. Mark Fleming and Chris Hamer will lead the amateurs.
Race 1 done them. Wait for race 2, please. But that was pretty enthralling, unfortunately, and poor Christian. Just 5 minutes ago, his nerves were shot, I imagine, and he just made the slightest bit of mistake going onto the grass, and it just ate him alive. And I mean, what else?
sorry. I just checked my emails. iRacing just gave me a 25% of 2 years discount. I don't need
a 5-second penalty for the commentators for the curse.
Sorry, Jensen. We don't get penalised. We're good people. We're good people. I think. Are we good people?
No.
No, we're not. We're not. When does my subscription end? I don't know why. It ends end of this year, and I wonder why they're giving me a promotion. Yeah, it ends in December. I think I'll wait for Black Friday. I didn't do Black Friday this year. I can't afford the money right now.
Asher.
I'll be fine. I always say with iRacing, the Black Friday deals is when most people get their renewals, and I didn't this time because I knew I had that 2 years and just decided I'll wait for this Black Friday. The best way to do it, really. So, thank you, iRacing, for giving the code. I will be saying, unless anything happens, I don't think I will be getting it right away. But very nice. Very nice offer there from iRacing, so I do like it, and advertising all their series. So, speaking of other series, while we wait for race 2 to start, we do have the RSR World Series on Wednesday night.
Ooh,
I know. And do you know where it is? It's at Interlagos.
Oh no!
So. You're gonna see some of these guys. You're gonna see some of these guys again in their Lamborghinis, but some of them won't be driving Lamborghinis. They'll be driving their preferred GT3s. And I think Rob says, "Oh no," mainly for one reason, because it's gonna be hot at Imola. They've been doing some practice sessions there, and somebody
You
got
made a mistake.
I said Imola instead of Interlagos.
Yes,
wow.
it is.
Okay, so Interlagos in practice sessions hit 59 Celsius. Do not ask me. Hang on 1 second. Hang on. Let's get our pit lane reporter. Hey Siri, what's 59 Celsius in Fahrenheit?
59 degrees Celsius is 138.2 degrees Fahrenheit.
That was our pit lane reporter Siri there. Thank you very much. Yeah, so that was how hot it was in practice for Interlagos for the World Series. Could you imagine it was that hot in Imola? No, I wouldn't want it that hot in Imola. Yeah. Wow, that would be a bit too... Yeah, wouldn't want that. Would not want that, so... Second session is going up shortly. So, that'll be... We will get in as soon as it goes up. I think it's already up.
Is it?
Indeed.
It is indeed. It's time for me to go for my break.
It's time for me to go talking. So, what have I got to talk about today? There's not a lot going on. We've talked about the F1, the liveries, sponsorships, and all that. So that's all good. We talked about the NASCAR. Actually, that is one interesting thing because, NASCAR on a road circuit. People are like, oh look, they can turn right. If Aaron's still watching, he's gonna kill me for that. Despite I'm now a NASCAR fan. Oh yeah, they're turning right. Yeah, they always do that. But they're doing a lot of road courses this year. And of course, I think the important one, they're doing the circuit of the Americas. I mean, that's gonna be quite an interesting race. They haven't even worked out how long the race is going to be, and I think I joked that it's going to be 5 laps for the first stage, 5 laps for the second stage, and then 15 laps over. Just because it's going to be slow. Because I mean, what's the lap record of the Circuit of America? As you can hear, a fury of keyboard. I haven't actually checked this out. The lap record for the Grand Prix circuit is 1 minute 36. Now, yeah, NASCAR can't really go that fast. So, and they got to do the whole corners. And when you get down to like the end of the track where Raikkonen had that battle at the end a few years ago, was it Raikkonen and Hamilton had that battle down to turn 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, almost like the back-to-back hairpins. That's going to be really hard for these cars. The imitation of Maggots and Beckett's, I don't think will be as bad as people would presume at Circuit of the America. But it is weird just to see, this many road courses in the Cup Series. How many is there? Let's just quickly run down. So we've got the Daytona race road course, which we've done. Then they go to Circuit of the America. Oh, Circuit of the Americas is the first road course after Daytona. They go to Sonoma, which I've been a fan of, but they don't. I don't think they use the right layout anymore. Do they still use that right-hander at the bottom of the track, or do they go down the hill? The carousel. That's what I don't like. So then you got Sonoma. You follow up with Road America. Road America is going to be the one I'm interested at. Watkins Glen, everyone likes. Indianapolis Road Course. Instead of the Brickyard 400, we had the Indianapolis Road Course, which if anybody watched the Xfinity, that is going to be a fantastic race, because Xfinity was probably the best race of the weekend at Indianapolis last year. And then they go to the Roval, of course, and that's it. So, yeah, there's not a lot of road courses, but it's the fact of, going to, Road America. They've never done in the Cup cars for a while. That they're going to COTA. That's a big change at Daytona. It usually only be, 3 road courses, and now it's, doubled. So it's going to be interesting to see, mainly just because a lot of these guys don't do a lot of road racing. I did find it funny. Joey Logano was doing commentary for the the Xfinity race on the Saturday. And I think one of the things he mentioned was how, the kink is flat out. The kink is flat out, and I'm like, Joey, Joey, the kink at Daytona is not flat out. It might be flat out if you're in a prototype, but not in a GT car, because with no offense to the NASCAR drivers, when was the last time you saw a NASCAR driver do the Daytona 24 in a GT car? That's another thing. Would that be cool? Let's not have these drivers just getting in the prototypes so they can, quote-unquote, win the whole thing. Let's get them in a GT car so they can win the GT category and give GT Daytona, as it's going to be, as GTLM is going. Let's give that some exposure. Let's see Jimmy Johnson drive around in a Lamborghini GT Daytona, or or Ferrari GT Daytona. Let's see let's see Chase Elliott going around in the the GT Daytona instead of these prototypes. Because the prototypes are fun, but let's give some love to GT cars. You know what I mean? That's what we're here for. We're here for GT racing. I love my LMP2s. I love my LMP1s. I don't like my LMP3s. But let's think about these GT cars. And the more I look at these cars going around Zandvoort, the more I think to myself, yeah, we could do this a bit more. Yeah, let's throw some LMP1s around here. Let's throw some LMP2s. Let's have IMSA at Zandvoort as I watched Casper Lund losing it down into turn 6 and saved it. Okay, he lost it in turn 6 and then saved it. So, yeah, let's get IMSA here. Let's start a campaign. Let's get some wacky races. Not wacky, sorry. Let's get some unusual tracks in IMSA. You wouldn't get the European Sprint Series around here, that's for sure. But you get IMSA. Break the norm, because this week it's Spa in IMSA, it's Monza in European Sprint Series, and it's Bathurst in VRS. But of course, it is a 12 hours of Bathurst coming up, so that's another thing to talk about, because 12 hours of Bathurst. BOP came out over the weekend. Very interesting BOP. Very well thought out BOP by iRacing. Once again, I did like it. One of the things that surprised me and a lot of people was altitude makes a difference with the cars in iRacing. Who knew? Did not realize that was in the coding. But they put the power differential down so the turbo cars don't have that advantage over the non-turbo cars. And then they realized that they still had a bit of an advantage because of the thickness of the air on the top of the hill. The thinness of the air at the top of the hill. So that was really cool to see. Doesn't change my plans. I'm still going to be driving for the fun of it. I hope a lot of people just give it. It's After the Nürburgring, the Bathurst 12 is the toughest endurance race, special event, sorry, on the calendar on iRacing. A lot of it as well is the start is just ridiculous. And they can't add lights, and it's not like the old days when they first brought out day-night transitions and the lights weren't bright enough to like illuminate enough on the cars. That was horrible. Not that I did it, I was watching it. But it's all changed now, which is very good. I'm looking forward to that. But hopefully, hopefully if you're doing the Bathurst 12 this weekend, we wish you the best of luck. It's a shame there's not a real one this year. It's always nice watching that as much as I can, but unfortunately, just not meant to be this year due to the pandemic. So we'll get out the pandemic soon, and who knows. Just waiting. There's only a few cars that have taken some practice laps out here, by the way. Just a rundown. Rob will probably give you a rundown in a minute, but I'll just go over the numbers. 21 Celsius, 70 Fahrenheit. Humidity is 75%. It's 2:38 in the afternoon. That's a high humidity, especially for a European country like the Netherlands. So it's going to be a little bit of sliding. Turn 6 is going to be dangerous. Well, we know Turn 6 to be dangerous. In fact, also, come to think of it, that combination of Audi into Hursland, the Audi S into Hursland, 10 into 11. We saw Teekens earlier. He overcooked it through the Audi S and had a little bit of a slide going into turn 11. Might see that as well. But with a high humidity, you do have the risk of sliding. So it would not surprise me if we see some more sliding in this race. Sorry, I just had to take a drink there. I do apologize. I don't like dead air, but... Raidillon TV, once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and of course the bell when you get information of when we go live. Link to our Discord underneath the channel, and of course a link to trackcams22.com providing these aerial photos with the lake, with the water reflection. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. That water, I mean, it's great that it's there, but it is like, okay, can we have it some better? So, practice is over, and they're about to start gridding. If you were aware earlier of the positions, we've got 21 cars out there for the second race. Harry Wills will take the pole position for the pros with Taylor Lane in the 50 forward car beside him. Mark Fleming and Chris Hamer will line up first and second for the amateurs. Some notable names: James Armstrong, he finished 7 laps down. He'll have to start the back. I do not see Louis Eggerson. I think Eggerson has retired for the evening. Matthew Sewell as well, 7 laps down. He'll be at the back of the field. So just a couple important names there who will not be there. The full formation lap again. So that gives Robs like another 2 minutes. Don't worry.
What?
Oh, he's back. Sorry. I was definitely not saying that, you're a bad person.
Yeah. Chat, what was he saying? Was he saying bad things about me?
No one said anything, so yeah, I'm good.
You better not have.
I love you, Rob.
Okay.
I love you.
Okay. Fair enough. Oh dear.
Right, so in we go. There's only 21 cars taking this second race. Shame. Zandvoort's actually been really fun. I've really enjoyed the racing here. It's tight racing. The challenge in tracks like this is not getting the position. The challenge in a track like this is keeping with somebody and waiting for the opportunity, because you can see they're coming around these tight turns right now. And you can go too wide. Is it safe, is the question. Again, too wide down here, down into turn 4 and turn 5. Again, you can. Do you want to? So you got to make sure you can follow the car and keep up with them. And that itself, in normal track, of course, you want to make sure you get the slipstream and keep following. This type of track, you want to, it's a case of if you follow, you keep with them. It was almost, it turns, when you're in a longer race like VRS or a race with a pit stop, it turns it into a fuel strategy. Can you save the fuel to either undercut or, go a lap ahead of them? And usually the answer to that for me is, I'll undercut, and it usually works. I don't know about you, Rob. Will you undercut?
Yeah, I'd undercut. What do you mean?
Good answer.
I mean, it's the only way that I can get ahead for a lap or 2.
A lap or 2, or 3.
Or 4. Or 90.
90?
For the 6 hours we undercut and then we were ahead and then I binned it on a sausage.
I do remember when I first started doing IMSA racing a couple of years ago, in the GTE only splits, and I'd be racing, I'd undercut a car by about 10 laps and make up the positions. Just because I was like, this is boring following them and I'm losing time, but I suck and I can't make overtakes. I'll just undercut. Did the job all the time. Wait, so I never managed to practice overtakes? Oh, that's a bad thing. That is a bad thing. No, I can do overtakes. Don't worry, folks. Don't use that as an excuse to think, hey, I'm gonna get ahead of Craig in a race and he'll never overtake me because he can't overtake. Haha! Nope, doesn't work like that. 21 cars, 1 car in the pits. They're coming once again to turn 12, the Kumabok, and then into turn 13. Gives me a good chance to say this is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. Harry Wills will be leading them off. Robert O'Brien will be leading once again for race 2.
As they get around, it's going to be, remember, the start zones. The start zones are exceptionally important. Get your start zones in for the lads. Start zones, and good luck, everybody. Good luck, everybody. He's leading him right up to it, actually. Right up to the pace car. We're just waiting now for the go. Leading. Holding. And off he goes. Harry Wills letting... Oh, my crikey. That was 3 wide in the back. 2 cars side by side in the back. Who is that? Oh, my crikey. That is...
Oh, my God. Did they just go 3 wide? They did. 8B, Van der Wedge, Dreyer, Teekins, excuse me, Van der Wedge at the back still, holding on. Absolute chaos at the back of the field as Van der Wedge tries to make some moves. He gets turned around from Armstrong. There was a small bit of overlap there, and race 1 winner has got some damage to the back of that car. A little bit of twist as he has to wait to get around the entire amateur field. Drama. I think
amateurs are going around. Yeah, he has to sit at the back. He's 5 seconds down already. And that is Ben Smith gone off. Oh, all you can see is Ben Smith. Oh dear. Yeah, he's gone off on the same corner that Harry Wills did, actually. That sweeping right-hander caught him out again.
Oh, Fleming's had a slide. He's had a slide. And the amateurs, Fleming's had a slide. And now he's letting everybody go by, and it's a little bit of 2x2. That Gilding trying to make a move on Lyden Lee, that he's not going to try and make this through the S's, is he? He's going to send it side by side into the S's. Lee's forced to take the wide line. He will get the inside. No, around the outside goes Gilding. And they touch! No!
Oh, and a pile up.
And the gold car on the flip. There's a flip car. There's massive damage here. That's the car going completely over at the VRT. It's Lyden Lee. Lyden Lee goes flying there. There's no safety car. They're going to continue. Oh, I'm not sure who to attribute there, but yeah. Lyden Lee gets hit, and that was Matthew still hitting him. Then Mark Fleming finishes, and like when there's pressure, something's got to give, and the car just goes flying for Lyden.
I wanted to see what happened to Dave South. I think he sent it off on the turn 13. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, and oh.
I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. I've not got it. I've not got it. I've not got it.
Help, 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 help.
Right, I think there's been another car going on. Casper Lund having a little bit of blinking issues. But meanwhile, Taylor Lane and Harry Wills going wide through Vodafone. And Taylor Lane tries to make advantage. Cannot take advantage. He's still holding there in P2. Jonathan Hoggard is there in P3. He's battling Louis Eggerson. Milan Tikins, sorry. He's battling Tikins. Tikins has made up 4 places in the first 2 laps. That's a fantastic drive after that manic start. But it's a junior driver versus a British touring car driver. So it's the veteran versus the young kid. But they're all in a big gaggle at the moment. The top 5 separated by a second. Wills, Lane, Hoggard, Tikins, Lund. But meanwhile in the amateurs, Ryan Hamilton is 3 seconds ahead of everybody. Chris Hamer's there in P2. And Christian Furs is up to 3rd.
After starting from the back.
Pretty much the back. No, well, yeah, near the back. Okay.
Okay, Christian. Okay. I see your game plan. I see you making moves.
I see you making moves. Oh my God, 2 wide is Casper Lund and Milan Tikins going into turn 6. Who's going to give? What's going to give? Lund almost touched the grass they hit. But Lund makes the move on Milan Tikins. Meanwhile, Jonathan Hoggard made the move on Taylor Lane, and it would not surprise me if this all started by Taylor Lane being overtaken. Yeah, concertina effect with Hoggard overtaking, and that just brought everybody up, and Casper Lund is now overtaking Taylor Lane. They're going side by side into Vodafone. Milan Tikins says hello and puts it to 3 wide, and Lane and Lund are in the wall. No! I don't think you can do that.
Oh, crikey.
And that's massive netcode. Now, that's netcode.
Oh.
But I'm sorry. That's not a move you can make. Good God, that's massive netcode.
Yeah, I do see the massive netcode.
I have no words.
Well, I have words. Callum Beaumont is in the lead. Oh no, he's not. I messed it up. He's actually... Wait, that was Christian Furs going into 2nd place. Sorry, I was making the correct assumption that there was a battle for amateur position. It was the wrong person. It was Christian Furs making this move. Yikes! Into turn 1, made it stick very well, but he's 4 seconds behind Ryan Hamilton.
Only 4 seconds behind Ryan Hamilton. It's fine. He'll be fine. Nothing to worry about. Surely there's nothing to worry about, right?
Still makes me.
Oh! That was
Very
Ben Smith, sorry. I thought that was an overtake. Yeah, Ben Smith just let Beaumont go through. And now Ben Smith's got to battle Van der Wedge. That's an interesting battle.
In the sea of amateurs, yeah.
In a sea of amateurs, you've got Van der Wedge trying to get through. Casper Lund has parked the car, by the way. They continue to go on. I think that Taylor Lane might have some damage as well. Yeah, he's in the pits as well. I think he's done, unfortunately. So that's what's happening there. At the front of the field, though, I've seen this before, but not at the front of the field. It's Harry Wills and Jonathan Hoggard just driving. Just 2 guys driving.
Under threat from Milan Tikins, so.
Yeah, but behind them is Milan Tikins and Jonas Dreyer. Just driving. Stop me if I've seen this before.
And James Armstrong and Will Egby. Just driving.
You've got the two guys from Twisted. You've got a Project Dynamic guy. You've got a man on his own. No teammates in Jonas Dreyer. And not only is he battling a Project Dynamic car, he's got two Project Dynamic cars right behind him. He kind of needs some help right now. Just saying. You know what? It's West Side Story.
Yeah,
it's going to be a rumble. You know. Well, Jonas Dreyer is like the cameraman in the middle. He's just like, what am I doing here? Because he sees Twisted. He sees Project Dynamic. And they're getting ready. There's going to be a rumble tonight. And Jonas is just there doing the camera work. That's what it feels like right now. Right, anyway, oh, hello. What's happening at the front of the field? Is that Hogarth making the move on Wheels?
It is indeed.
Yeah,
Battle.
Wheels went off. Yeah, did not realise that. He had a little bit of an off.
And just to see, oh my crikey, Harry Wills under threat. Oh crikey. Harry Wills. Oh no, Harry Wills, please. No.
Oh, no. How many cars have ever done that? But Teekins had to do a check-up there. That sets up Dreyer. Teekins might try and get by Wills. They're side by side coming down into turn one. Dreyer's there out of nowhere. Is he just going to follow through? He is going to. No, he can't follow through. He could not get the position. He could not get the overlap. Teekins goes up to 2. Harry Wills goes to 3rd. Dreyer's still 4th, and he's there thinking, I've got to get by. I've just got to get by sometime. Please let me by.
I wish to occupy the position that is ahead of me right now, please. With extra cream on top and a cherry.
No, a 99 flake. Golly, get it right.
A 99 flake at this time of year.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Harry Wills.
Hoggy's got to do the rear gunner job for Harry for the win. Don't think so. Harry's having a bit of a moment. Jonas Dreyer, they come together. And Wills spins around and so does Dreyer. Oh, I'm not sure who to fault blame there. Wills gets ahead of Dreyer. I think that was just, racing incident. They're both going into each other. That's a shame, though. Wills has got wing damage once again. He goes down into 5th position. Dreyer will take P6. That puts Egby. Sorry, no, I've got the numbers wrong. That does put Wills into 5th and Dreyer into 6th. Sorry. And that puts Teekins. Now he keeps P2. Egby goes up to P3. Armstrong will take P4. Jonathan Hogarth is a man on his own right now. He's probably used to it with touring cars because he's got no help when racing. You know, he's in his own in the car, if you see what I mean. I'm not saying he's got teammates. But Hogarth has got 3 Project Dynamic cars right behind him, trying to catch. And in fact, Teekins just did a 135.6. Hogarth did a 136.2. So yeah, Hogarth's got it all to do right now.
Hogarth under threat from Milan Teekins. It is his track, and Hoggy needs to hog every single part of that track. You see what I did there? He needs to hog all parts of track. Just oh.
And you have a go at my puns, and you have a go at what I do.
He needs to hog. I can't even finish it.
Jonathan Hogarth needs to hog the corners. Really? Really? Okay. He does get a good line out of Vodafone. That is a really nice line out of Vodafone, taking it wide. He's really picked up the right line there. Comes down to the Audi S. He really gets slow, and does that hinder him? Yeah, it's slower than Teekins, and Teekins catches up, which is interesting to see. But then they come out into turn 12. This is what the line I'm curious about, because Teekins gets some amazing runs out of the final corner. Does he get it this time? Hogarth is well aware of it. Let's just see the time differences. In fact, yeah, Teekins is still faster. He does get back. He is on slipstream, of course, I would guess. But he's unable to make any moves because of that run. So, interesting to see. You can't forget about the battle at the bat, though, because, you know, behind them is Will Egby. Harry Wills has gone off.
Hoggy did F3, F4, not British touring cars.
Oh, I thought it was British touring cars. I'm sorry. Someone told me it was British touring cars. I don't know where. I'm going to blame Harry.
Yeah,
Harry told me.
Harry just cooked it into turn 1. Very much cooked it. He held his brakes, though.
Yeah, no, he did. By the way, Van der Wedge is trying to get by Christian Firth. Christian Firth had almost made up, 3 seconds. He's having to let Van der Wedge go. But Christian Firth is 3 seconds behind Ryan Hamilton. Are they matching times? They are matching times. So will Christian get that victory? Will he chase a victory with 17 minutes to go?
He sees him. He sees him with one hand on track.
Yeah, he sees him, but is it going to be enough? Is the question. Maybe. Not much else happening in the amateurs. There's a little battle between the two Daniels once again. Stop me if I've said that again, because Daniel Merchant and Daniel Gilding are having a battle. Gilding does have that wing damage, though, unfortunately. However, he is keeping on at the back of Daniel Merchant's car. That VRT of Merchant looking very clean, but that Nomad car of Gilding is, it's seen. It's been in the wars, and it continues to push on. If he keeps with Slipstream, Gilding should be able to hold on, and apart from a couple straights, it's a very twist and turn racetrack. You don't really need that top end speed, so that wing damage won't affect him as much as other tracks would do. So Gilding's looking okay, but he is losing time on the straights, but he's making it up with these shallow braking, late braking because of the lack of speed. So that's one to keep an eye on. I think that's for what, P5 in the amateurs? 1, 2.
It is for P5 for now.
Yeah, P5. Yeah, it is for P5.
On board with Daniel Gilding, looking at the rear end of Daniel Merchant. Just seeing.
Oh, you cannot see that corner, can you?
No.
Never realised. I knew it was a crest, but that is blind. As blind can be.
It is a hope and a prayer corner. Hope that you go over the crest and you pray to turn right. Am I correct in that?
Jesus, take the wheel.
Harry Gilding on the inside of Daniel Merchant. And, yep, that's just a straight move. He's just made it in one corner. No, Hoggy's gone off.
Hogarth's gone off. That is not what you want to see. Hogarth's gone off. The leader's gone off there. What has happened? Oh, no. Do not tell me. No. No. Hit from behind from Van der Wedge.
Oh, he lost it before. He lost it. Oh.
So he lost it. Now, did he get tapped from behind?
He got tapped.
Oh, again. Again, a late move. Like, that's not. There's no overlap there. The overlap's only there when he's braking. And by the time he's turning, yeah. And then Hogarth gets hit again by a mistake, in all due fairness. By a mistake from Van der Wedge. I think Van der Wedge will be the first one to own up to that mistake. Taps the side of Hogarth, and Hogarth goes around. And where is he right now? He's still battling. He's still battling, but he is down the field. That's a shame.
Christian Firth still chasing down Ryan Hamilton. Their last lap was only 2/10. He only had 2/10 up on Ryan Hamilton that last lap. And Ryan Hamilton is being chased down by Van der Wedge, who is absolutely pushing the buttons correctly. But the best he can hope for is a top 5 at this point. He is 5 seconds behind the nearest car, which is Jonas Dreyer. And he's not going to be able to make up that much time in 13 minutes, I doubt. I mean, he's good, but I don't think he can add 40 extra horsepower to that Lamborghini mid-race. I think
what?
that'll...
Yeah, you can.
How?
Nitrous oxide. Just throw a can of nitrous oxide in there.
Yeah, Van der Wedge managed to find a tin of nitrous oxide that was somehow compatible with the Lamborghini.
Excuse me, nitrous oxide is compatible full stop with anything, I'll have you know.
Yeah. Oh, that is Ryan Hamilton on the outside. He's going to be a bit... Oh, he almost went onto the grass. And that has brought Christian Furs coming sailing towards him. 1.2 seconds is now the gap. And it is closing to 1.1 seconds. So, Christian Furs has been handed an absolute lifeline. Then Ryan Hamilton, he is the slower of the two. Van der Wedge got by him in about the best place that you can ask for. But the situation is that he went onto the grass, broke quite a lot. He went down by about 40 or 50 kilometers an hour. And that's brought this man, Christian Furs, back into the fray in terms of, you know, fixing what mistake he made in the first race, which is hit the wall.
Yeah, rule 1, don't hit the wall. Rule 2, keep the car on the track. Rule 3, question mark. Rule 4, victory. That's the way it goes.
Rule 4, profit.
Yeah, rule 4, profit. Yeah, we'll go with victory for racing, you know what I mean? Produce Dynamic guys at the front, second separates 1, 2, and 3. Egby, Teekins, Armstrong. Question is, with 12 minutes to go, will they just hold the possession and then just go for it at the end? Well, Dreyer is still there, knocking on the door. He is right at the back of that slipstream of Armstrong. Armstrong, well, I'm not going to say Armstrong's getting towed along. He has had a couple fast laps here. He is not getting towed along. He is holding his own. But he is a little bit back of Egby and Teekins, so he is in... It's almost like, you know, when you leave your friend in like a survival course, and it's like, hey, you help, guys,
help, please,
guys. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that. Armstrong's being left out to dry a little bit, if you know what I mean. So,
guys, we can work together, guys. There's Jonas Dreyer behind me, guys.
I'm scared. And I think it's that. No, I thought that was Teekins trying to make a move on Egby at the front. But he does not. He is looking, though. Don't get me wrong. He is looking. Teekins is looking. Not going to make it here. But again, if he gets the run out of this final corner like he's been doing all the time, I think we might see a change for the lead into turn 1. We'll just keep an eye. The speeds are up. Egby goes on the defense. He realizes that Teekins is going to go. But Teekins gets the outside line. That could actually help him here. He's going to try and battle. As round the outside he goes. Does not get the side-by-side. He's going to have to try and reset, see what he can do. He does get a better line out of turn 1, though. Into the twist and turn to turn 2. And now down into turn 3. Can he get a positional move? He cannot. But he has got that straight. But I'd be surprised if he tries to make a move into turn 6.
Just looking at Dreyer, he is much faster than Armstrong is. On that last lap, he took 8/10 out of him. Yeah, that's right, 8/10.
Guys, he's right beside me. Help, guys. Okay.
Okay, guess I'll lose third then.
Guess we'll lose a PD 1, 2, 3, and then they'll just be like, oh, okay, we'll help you. We'll come back and help you defend. They're not at the moment because Egby and Teekins are just having a nice little duel at the front of the field. I said Egby, it's Teekins and Egby. I said that right first time. I'm going over my words at the moment. What's going on? Can we redate this shot? Right, so you see the top 5 are in the pros there on the leaderboard. You see the top 5 of the amateurs, they're in the top 10. Just watching this lead battle. Does anybody make a move? Late move there from Egby to block Teekins, and Teekins thought about it. Good little reactionary move by both of them, and Armstrong trying to battle Dreyer. I think that could be the battle to keep an eye out. Dreyer's trying to find an overlap, and they come from turn 2. There's an overlap, and they touch. And Dreyer holds on to the car. A very nice survival move there from Dreyer. But the more they battle, the more you think to yourself, Van der Wedge could catch up to us here. I know there's 4 seconds between him and us, and there's 8 minutes left, but with the way they're racing, that they've lost a second. That last lap they're battling cost them a second. So, yeah, I think Van der Wedge could get a podium here. If these two keep battling, there could be a podium on for Van der Wedge.
And for Christian Furs, he is now glued to the back bottom of Ryan Hamilton. He's gone on the inside, coming into turn 9. He lets it go into turn...
No, it was turn 7 into turn 8. Now this is turn 9. Trying to get the inside, can't make it. You'll get it right, Rob. You'll get it right.
I'm trying my best, man.
He is battling, though. Christian Furs right on the back. And Callum Beaumont's right behind him, a second and a half behind. So he's in striking distance. I think he can just look in his cockpit. He sees them anyway. He sees this little battle starting to happen. So just going to be keeping it calm and keeping on to it. But the leaders are side by side. The leaders of the pros are side by side. As Tika trying to get that outside line on Egby. If he gets the outside, he'll be crucial. The car says no. The car twitches. He can't do it. He's had to yield. The car, that was a very interesting twitch, though. I've never seen that before. Try to go around the outside and, yep, no grip. And the car just flicks in. So Tikins will have to restep. But meanwhile, Dreher's got past Armstrong at turn 3. Great move there from Dreher to set that up. He just makes the little slide in. Gets that going, and now these two battling up the hill. Down they go. Who's going to blink first when they come to turn 6? It's Armstrong. And Dreher gets the podium. The PD 123 is no more. Well, there's 6 minutes to go. Who knows? Anything can happen. But hello, is that Van der Wedge starting to see them? Even with a broken wing? I think it is. I think it is. So many places to look at right now. The lead of the amateurs is battling. You've got a battle for 3rd and 4th in the pros. The battle for 1st and 2nd. You've got the emergence of Van der Wedge coming back up. He doesn't want revenge. He started at the back of the field. He just wants to try and get on the podium for as many points as he can. That'd be a great drive for him. So where do we look? Where do we look? I don't know. There's 3 cars in the amateurs all battling right now. The battle for 4th and 5th in the amateurs as well. It's all happening with 5 minutes to go. Again, it's going to be 19 laps. It's the same as it was last time. 19 laps, and Tikins on the back of Egby once again. But there's nowhere to go. And all of a sudden, Jonas Dreher is starting to catch up to these two. Had they left it too late? Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. What do you think? Has he left it too late?
Who has Dreher? Or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. He can't. I mean, he can if he pulls in absolutely biblical laps, maybe. But then he has to get by Milan Tikins and Will Egby, who are both battling each other. So then it'll be a 3-way duel. So, you know, it's swings and roundabouts right now.
Too many 3-way duels going on right now, Rob. I can't keep up.
Harry Wills is in the pits, by the way. He's towed. I think he's had a few profanities said to himself, and it's like, oh dear, I shouldn't have done that. No, dear, oh dear, oh dear.
We won't quote what he said to us before the race.
It was from very naughty words. We shall touch him first.
Slap him on the wrist and say, no, you don't do that. Behave.
Oh no, naughty words. Oh my goodness gracious, Ryan Hamilton, what? There's Callum Beaumont. Whoa, hang on a minute, I'm replaying this. What on earth?
What do you mean, what on earth?
He lost the rear end coming through 12 a little bit. And then he just let Furs go. Furs now in the lead.
Christian Furs gets that lead, and we're saying nothing. Christian Furs has the lead. I know this guy's telling me, come on, say some things and curse Christian. No, he's had enough bad luck today. he takes the lead with Ryan Hamilton behind and Callum Beaumont. These three still battling. In front of them, Van der Wedge is trying to get on James Armstrong. He's battling against James Armstrong right now. He wants that P4. In fact, I was talking about how Dreyer left it late. Well, Tanguy hasn't left it late. Look at this charge up the field. He's got wing damage. He knows it. But he's still battling hard. He's finding pace that they didn't even exist in this Lamborghini. I think he has found that nitrous oxide bottle, Rob. Because where's he finding this pace?
You can just hear it around the corners. You can just hear it as he opens up the taps.
Sorry. Can we have nitrous oxide in iRacing, please? He is battling hard, though. The fact that he's able to keep up with wing damage is fantastic. He's going to try and go around the outside of Armstrong, set himself up for turn 5. He does not make it. Armstrong's seen this battle before. Into 2. Can he hold? Into hold he goes, and trying to find it's not. And Milan wants to win, by the way. He is after this win. He wants it. He wants it. And he's trying to get it. And yeah, it's interesting. Tekin trying to battle hard. In cars off as well. We've done a very eventful second race. But we're keeping eyes on the front 3 in the amateurs. We're keeping eye on the front 5 in the pros. With just a minute 40 to go. Where do you look? Where do you look?
You look absolutely everywhere you can. If you do get a headache from looking in too many places, there are other places that you can look. Alternative places you can look, rather than going absolutely bananas with your head. Oh my crikey, that was a bit of a hiccup there from Milan Tikins coming through. Remember, Chrissy first is now broken away from Ryan. Don't blink. Ryan Hamilton.
You stopped for a moment, and I thought you stopped, so I thought, oh no.
No. I was holding my breath, quite literally. I was like, Christian, please, for the love of God, don't make me look bad on television.
Well, it's white flag, Rob. Barney's waved the white flag. Who's going to win it? We've got Egby, Tikins, Dreyer, all separated by a second at the front. Armstrong and Van der Wedge are separated by 0.2 of a second. As they continue to look at positions, they continue to battle. Egby went green last lap of 37.5, 2/10 faster than Tikins, who just continues to be held up. Dreyer's right behind. I don't think he's close enough to think of thinking of making moves. Van der Wedge as well. He's trying to make moves with that damaged car with the wing a little bit bent. A P4 would be fantastic for his championship battle. Dreyer continues to push. It is not looking good. The more he pushes, the more Tekin starts thinking, do I try this? Slow. They go around.
Oh, that is Van der Wedge on the inside, coming on to Jonas Stress. Sorry, not Jonas Stress. James Armstrong. And he almost had him, but the over-under didn't work, though. As he's coming on the inside.
He's got the over-under now. Sorry, he's got the over-under now. Is he going to send this? He's going to send it into the Audi S's. And he will know the side-by-side still. Still the side-by-side. Van der Wedge on the outside. That will set him up for the inside for the final corner. We'll keep an eye on that as well, because at the front it is still Egby, Tikins, Dreyer. Van der Wedge takes that position. But at the front, a little bit of a sprint race for the end. It's not going to happen. Will Egby will take the victory from Milan Tikins, his teammate, and Jonas Dreyer take third. Does Van der Wedge have it? Does he have it? That wing is just holding on. He takes it, and meanwhile, in the amateurs, they're going around the corner. Christian Furz makes up for that first race mistake. He takes victory in race 2. Hamilton gets P2, and Beaumont will take third.
Beaumont did first and third, so I think he's going to be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, well, like I said, he.
Correction. Callum Beaumont of Monday Sim Racers.
I mean, he got a P2 when I raced with him, so obviously he's going to get every position but P2. So that was me. That was all me. You can thank me later, Midland Sim Racing.
Oh dear. What am I going to do with you? Oh, and my voice broke. My voice broke. Do you hear it?
I'll do the results for you.
Thank you.
Will Igby will take the victory, 0.3 of a second ahead of his teammate Milan Tikins, and Jonas Dreyer. Well, Jonas Dreyer split up the PD 1-2-3. He comes home in third. Van der Wedge, what a recovery try! Remember, Van der Wedge was spun at the start of the race and was at the back of the entire field. He comes home in P4 overall for the pros and overall. James Armstrong finishes P5, and then the amateurs. Christian Furze wins. Again, a great little drive from Furze at the back of the field. Takes the victory. Ryan Hamilton, P2 in the amateurs. Callum Beaumont, P3. Then Matthew Sewell and Daniel Gilding and Daniel Merchant in the amateurs. Chris Hamer, Dave South, and Mark Fleming in that order. All of them on the lead lap. And then 2 laps down was Jonathan Hoggard. Did not see what happened to Hoggard there. I think he just called it a day after the incidents. Harry Wills had damage and he called it a day. 4 laps down. Dennis Mesner was 6 laps down. Ben Smith 13 laps down. Casper Lund and Taylor Lane had that incident earlier in the race around Vodafone. They both finished 16 laps down. And Lyden Lee was like a ball getting pushed out and popped up in the air when he had nowhere where no one had anyone to go. Threw up in the air, flipped over a couple times, had to retire 18 laps down.
I hate to say it, it's the end of this race. Around a very narrow track.
I want to see more Zandvoort. That's all I'm saying. I want to see more of this.
No, I want to see I want to see a wider Zandvoort.
Regardless, I want to see more of this. And if you want to see more of Raidillon TV, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I can't believe I'm doing the YouTube thing. Hit that bell, because you'll get information when we go live. I'll tell you when we go live in a minute, but also a shout out to our Discord, our little Discord community. Link underneath the video. And shout out to trackcams22.com providing these camera angles, including that lovely overhead angle that you're seeing right now. Of course, I did say, as you can see, Andy Hitchens is saying, see you on Wednesday. Wednesday, RacingSimRigs World Series at 2000 GMT. 2 races around Interlagos in the whole GT3 field, minus the Z4. RIP. If you want to see more of us as well for official racing this Friday night, 1900 GMT, it's the European Sprint Series at Monza. And then Sunday, the Huskenveld GT Challenge at 1945. This series is back next Monday, of course. But we've got to say goodbye. So, once again, I have been Craig King.
And I have been Robert O'Brien.
And this is Raidillon TV, the only corner you need. Good evening.